VX 2.6 release brings notable improvements to the parasitic extraction flow in Xpedition AMS. It also brings support for hierarchical designs in the schematic flow, as well as a new 64-bit simulator engine upgraded from the 32-bit. This results in a higher performance operation and now supports more robust schematic designs. To show this extraction, first we will run a simulation with the ideal components, and then we will extract the parasitics and show how easy the integration is, as well as do a comparison with the ideal simulation versus the simulation with the parasitics. There's a new parasitic extraction menu, which allows you to export the layout directly from Xpedition or to browse for your own layout file. For extracting the parasitics, we can choose the quasi-static fast 3D solver, the hybrid solver, which we will use in this example, or the full wave solver. After selecting the proper nets, we will extract the parasitics, which is as simple as clicking a button. And while that's running, let's bring up the layout and show the integration here and how we're using this schematic in Xpedition Designer with Xpedition AMS to run the simulation, and then linking these parasitics that we're extracting back into the models so that they then apply to the layout that we have as well for this board. Now that the parasitics are complete, we will run the same simulation that we ran before at the same length and time and everything, so that we can do a comparison of the ideal versus the simulation with the parasitics on the board. So here I'm adding my analysis to the waveform analyzer, and you can see as it's running the analysis, it'll populate through the steps. And it really is this simple. In the past, we may assume certain ideal circuits or ideal rules of thumb are okay to ignore, but with this parasitic extraction, we'll find that there are certain resistances or inductances or capacitances that we can't simply ignore. We don't live in an ideal world, that they actually do add noise into our system. So zooming in here in the graph, you can see in green the ideal waveform, which assumed no problems, but in reality when we add the extracted parasitics we see some ringing and some oscillations. Using the automatic parasitic extraction was extremely easy and ensures us a level of accuracy that we didn't have before. We can take this knowledge and apply it to the layout design for a better shot at first pass success when manufacturing our PCB. The Mentor integration makes this extremely easy to go from schematic simulation to layout design and using simulation automatically with HyperLynx. VX 2.6 release brings some extra menu picks to the Extract Parasitics menu. You'll see options for, first I want to talk about the import extracted parasitics. This allows you to import parasitics from another simulation tool outside of the Mentor flow, or if you've already generated them, or if you have a simulation team that's providing this for the layout person and schematic person. We can now look at the connected components for this particular schematic, or we can just hit run, which will bring us to the old menu that we're used to seeing. Another thing new in 2.6 is if you click the Advanced Option GUI button, you can actually launch HyperLynx Advanced Solvers from Xpedition AMS now. So now you can use the Advanced Solvers GUIs and menus and all that for your simulation. In Advanced Solvers, we have the ability to create the model or influence it. So here we have a 3D render of the schematic, and we can manipulate it and analyze it and look at it, highlight the vias, highlight the nets. The VX 2.6 release brings tighter Mentor flow integration to Xpedition AMS and HyperLynx Advanced Solvers and Xpedition Layout.